Hey y'all, whether it's morning, evening, or afternoon, I'm just glad that you guys had decided to vibe with E. Yes, the one and only E. Hey y'all, hope y'all feeling amazing, doing amazing, and just being amazing overall. And if not, it's okay. It's alright, my friend, because you know why? Bad times don't last forever because after every storm there is a rainbow, and you're getting closer and closer every day to that rainbow, that pot of gold, the light in the tunnel, whichever one you prefer, my friend. Okay. But before we get into that, I want you to always remember before we get into them good times, we have to manifest that we're going to get into these good times with thinking straight and being proactive, but also too we have to appreciate them bad times because the bad times had helped us to get to the good times that we have been manifesting, praying for, and things of that nature. Okay. Okay, so once again, hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? If you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. And for the ones that are not new to this, but you this, hey y'all, what's up? What's poppin'? Y'all, so we are in March. Like, oh my gosh, we have made it to the third month. So y'all, we are still in that means we are still in first quarter of the year or first semester, however y'all want to put it. We're still like in the beginning of the year. But it's just so crazy how like Black History Month and Love Month just went by so fast. Like the new year and everything. Like we're literally in March, and I love March because one, it's Women's Month, but also it's Social Work Month. So shout out to all the social workers out there, and shout out to all the women out there as well. Y'all are amazing. You are extraordinary. You are all the things that you glimpse and dream of, and you manifest and have prayed for. I'm so proud of you. I honor you, and please be a role model to the next women that's coming up behind you because we really need it as well as the women that you're becoming as well really needs it as well. So yes, y'all. Happy National Women's and was it international or national, whatever. Happy Women's Month to all the beautiful women out there in the world, and happy Social Work Month to all the social workers out there as well, and all the fields that impacts with social work. You are amazing. You're extraordinary as well. And you're really, really, really the top dog because it takes a lot of strength and courage for a person to go to school to be a social worker, especially go to get a bachelor's degree as well as a master's and even go back to be a to get that doctoral degree or that PhD. Okay. Speaking from my own personal perspective, it's not easy at all. It's not easy at all, as well as taking a test, taking two tests, even maybe three. It's not that easy. Shout out to all of y'all. Y'all deserve it. I admire y'all. Keep going and keep being the beautiful people that you can be as you serve the communities that you guys are serving to. Okay. Okay. So once again, y'all, happy Wednesday. But most importantly, cheers to March. And I'm super excited for March because the weather is breaking slowly but surely. Spring will begin, it said the 19th or the 21st, 19th, 20th, or 21st of this year. So hopefully, that's like what, the third or the last, like the third week of the month, somewhere around that area. And also too, daylight savings in, so that means like the sun will come out probably a little bit later, but it gets darker like around 8:15. So that is super 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 duper over here on the East Coast. So I'm super super excited about that. And also too, y'all, like spring break is coming, not only for like me as a college leaver, but also for me as a worker in the school system because the kids go on break. When they go on break, I go on break from them, but I don't go on break from school. When I have my spring break, I'll have a break from them, but I won't have, and I won't, but I will have a break from them. I will have a break from homework slightly, surely. But it is what it is. If it's no way in or out. But other than that, y'all, I really hope that March brings you guys nothing but peace and bless that you deserve. I hope that this month brings new opportunities, new focus, new beginnings, new blessings, new flourishing, new focus, but most importantly, it gives you nothing but the best version of yourself that you have been manifesting and praying for, as well as giving you all the love that you need during this time because we need it the most, as well as we're still on a journey of popping out when we need to. We need to when we want to, mainly when we want to, taking control of what matters, taking control of everything in our life, and being selfish when it's time for us to be selfish with things that we care for, but most importantly for ourselves, regardless of how big or small it is. Okay. Okay, y'all. So let's get into some announcements. We have reached the 36 newsletter. It probably would have been more than that, but I took 2 weeks off due to me dealing with a situation I have going on in my family due to grief, and it's not easy. Like I'm still dealing with the process of it. So yes, anyone out there that's dealing with grief, anything like that, even if it's like grief of the person still alive or the person had passed, I'm wishing you nothing but the best. I'm hoping that you get through this process as well as it doesn't have an expiration date. Grief happens. The unexpected grief can continue years on and years on, but your feelings may change like how you felt before doing now. But I'm telling you, grief does not change. Grief does not have no expiration date on it at all. Take all the time you need to grieve, get everything together because you matter as well as your mental, especially if that person or something meant so much to you, sentimental to you. Please take all the time that you need to get yourself together. Trust me, I'm dealing with it now, like going to school, being around the children, and having a podcast. It's not easy, but in the end or towards the process, whatever you want to call it, the whole process period, I want to say the beginning, the middle, and there's no such thing as an end, but like the beginning and the middle of the process, you do find yourself in something that you're doing. Like with me, podcasting, it just helps me all the way. Sometimes even when I'm in class or I have my advocacy class, it helps me too to feel a little bit at ease throughout the morning because waking up early in the morning sometimes it's just like it's not easy. Like you don't want to do it. Like you don't want to. Like I just want to stay in the bed all day. But it's like if I do that, I won't have nothing going on. And you don't want to be stuck. I don't want to be stagnant in my feelings. So let me change the gears and whatever. But yes, from sincerely y'all, from the bottom of my heart to anyone that's going out, anyone out there that's dealing with grief, take it one day at a time, my friend. I understand it. You're not alone. We're gonna work this together, and we're gonna get to where we need to go, and we're going to have the moments where we need to cry, lash out, whatever we need to, because we're human, and that's to help us while we're dealing with the grieving process or anything else that you guys may be dealing with in your mental health. Please do so. I feel like seasonal depression doesn't only happen in the wintertime. I think it happens in every season, especially like springtime. Things are changing, weather's changing. That's the time sometimes people get seasonal depression. Even summertime, sometimes people cannot stand summer, and it's really depressing and things like that. And I just thought of that because sometimes people say, well, most of the time you would hear, in the wintertime during holiday time you get seasonal depression, but sometimes you even get it out of nowhere, even in the summertime. It may sound crazy, but some people just can't deal with the fact of summer, But other than that, whatever you're going through, my friend, you're gonna get through it one day and one step at a time. Don't rush yourself. Don't rush the process. Please sit and absorb all the feelings that you're going through. And it's so crazy. My therapist told me that because of what I'm going through, she was like, sit and absorb all the feelings. Like if you're crying, absorb it, let it happen. Don't, try to hurry up and sniffle it up. Like if you're, whatever feelings you're going through, let it sit in and let it happen. And then once you're done, reflect on it and then see what you can do next time when it happens again if you don't want it to blow up or anything like that. But yes, let your feelings out. Don't sugarcoat them. And when you need to step up for yourself, set them boundaries, set them now, especially setting the boundaries for your emotions and things of that nature. Do so because you matter and it's all about you. Okay? So we have reached 36 newsletters, and this is the month of March, and the month of March theme is becoming you the next you. And the reason why I thought is because back in February we talked about we're setting them boundaries where we're not losing ourselves again. So now is the March, we're entering a time where, you're becoming you and you're entering the next step in your life, the next level in your life that you want to let it take off and let it take control. Because in February, we learned all the ins and outs and the importance of setting them boundaries and all those things, but also not losing ourselves while we're doing it and not putting ourselves on the back burner again. So within the month of March, we're going to be talking about becoming you and the next steps for you, the next step for you, the next level or step for you in your life because you need it. So, guys, I hope you're feeling amazing, doing amazing, all those beautiful things, as well as I hope you're feeling focused, present, and open to becoming, even if life feels a little uncertain right now. And it's clarity, like it's clarity that, and if clarity, feel distance, that's okay too, because sometimes sometimes I want to say this to you before we do it. When we're in the process of finding ourselves, getting ourselves together, sometimes we will have those moments where clarity, you're not clear, you're not thinking straight. Like sometimes you don't have the motivation. That's okay. And that's why you're able to bounce back. That's why the thing for you to bounce back, get yourself together, take the time you need, have the mirror conversation, things of that nature to get yourself together. Don't make it feel like you're rushing yourself or you behind. I used to think like that, but it's like someone steady wins the race. Regardless of how old you are, I don't care. You're doing something that a lot of people may not have would have done at your age and things of that nature, or for you being the gender that you are, you know. So I want you to know that it's okay to feel distance when you're going through things, especially if you're not present right now, you're not focused, and you're not open to becoming the new you right now. But when you are, I want you to be able to understand and feel that this is needed for you. This is your season, this is your time to do that. Okay? Because even when life feels a little uncertain right now, that's okay. It's okay. We're going to have those moments when life feels uncertain and it doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel like, is this really life right now? I get it. Trust me, I'm living in it right now. It's hard. But you take it one day at a time and try to do as much as you can for yourself. That you never know can help someone else in return. Okay? So, and it's clarified to feel distance, that's okay too. Because when it comes to this era slash theme vibe, whatever you want to call it, becoming you, the next you, you know, sometimes when it comes to us stepping into that new journey, new topic, new whatever chapter, whatever in our life, sometimes it doesn't allow us to feel exciting. And this is where we're going to change the narrative of that. Sometimes becoming looks like, sometimes it looks like, you know, is a glimpse of things of that nature, but I'm going to tell you, sometimes you have to let them things go. Look at them things and let it go for the better, because you're in this new chapter where you want to flourish, you want to do things that is necessary for you. And this is for you. As we step into our March theme, becoming you, the next you, this week's reminder is simple but powerful. You don't summon into your next level, you build it. So don't rush the process. Like, you know, don't take the short way out. Take that long way. Take that yellow brick road, because I guarantee you, my friend, you're in the process of being the next version of yourself that you have been manifesting and praying for, but also thanking the previous versions of yourself to help you get to where you want to be. Because even back then, they may not have been the best versions of you, but they helped you in so many ways to get to the person that you are today. Okay? So I want you to I want you to understand that becoming isn't about changing who you are at your core. It's about aligning your habits with your vision. Like, you're not changing the whole person thing, but you're changing some things in your life, like, you know, what you want to see, how you want to see it, how you want, what the problem is, how you want to address the issue, and things of that nature. So it's about it's about releasing comfortability when comfort is keeping you small. You know, like the small minded things of that nature. As well as it's about that deciding that the future version of yourself deserves consistency today. So we're right now mainly focusing on declaring what the future version of ourselves deserves and need, because you deserve, I deserve, we deserve a lot of things in this life. In order for us to get it, we have to put the pedal to the metal. We got to do some things, make some things shake. Try is the best thing that you could ever do for the things that you want in your life. Don't let nothing or no one try to steer you wrong and telling you can't do this, you can't do that, because 9 times out of 10 they feel that way because they cannot do it, or they did it and it didn't prosper. So yes, so the next level, you're not waiting for it. You're ready to take off and let it happen. Okay? They are required. Like, this is required for you. Like, get it together. Don't wait. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. Don't let nobody hold your hand. You go out there and fly like a bird that you are, my friend. So this week's challenge, I want you to ask yourself, who am I becoming through the daily choices? Who am I becoming through the daily choices? Who are you becoming with your daily choices? I know, right? It's like, let me think about that. So I want you to choose one habit this week that reflects your next level self, not your current mood. Whatever is protecting your time, waking up early, setting stronger boundaries, or following through on something you have been postponing, do it intentionally. Growth combines when you chooses its consistency. So I want you to think of, like, what can you do for yourself? What can you do to become a better you within this next level? What can you do to prosper and things of that nature? Okay? So y'all, vibing out with E Wellness One-on-One lessons turned 2 years old on Saturday, February 28th, 2026. Now, I forgot to mention that in the newsletter, but I'll probably go back and edit it or whatever. Please don't forget, if you want to join the newsletter, all you have to do is hit the link tree or whatever, whenever, wherever you listen to me. The link tree should be in the bio, and if not, it's in the description for the episode so that you guys can be updated with everything's going on. If you want to join the weekly newsletter, all you have to do is click on my link tree, or search up my link tree, Vibing with E, just like how it's spelled on the podcast when you type it up, and click and type as well link tree, and it's going to pop up. It'll have the Instagram and things like that on there for you in order, YouTube, all those things and everything of all those things in nature on there for you. And then you will see sign up for the weekly newsletters on there. You click it. All you have to do is insert your email. And once you insert your email, you will be in, because I will get a notification and I'll put you on there as soon as I get it. Okay. So, yes, y'all. I had to put my glasses on because these daggone lights are not being my friend today. And I just thought about it till I went to school and all those things. So I need to have these on. And good thing I got Blu-ray because they help with lighting and things of that nature. So we're good. We Gucci. So yes, y'all, Vibing Out with Guests mini series Wellness 101 lesson have turned 2 years old this Saturday that just passed. And I would like to say that I thank you all again so much for all your hard work, positive feedback, and things of that nature when it comes to every episode that I post on here, because it makes a big difference. It also shows me that I am doing something right, and people are really listening to me, and they're enjoying everything that is coming their way, especially when it comes to the wellness one-on-one lessons as well. They're very reflectful and they're very helpful. And I remember when I did do these reflections, I was just like, I was like, wow, I did it for the plot because, I went to school and they had wellness days, never heard of it. And then I was like, hey, why not do it on my podcast and reflect on how things have been throughout the whole month and stuff for me, and reflect on what lessons I need to learn and what lessons need to be addressed so I can come into the next month and we'll be set to go. So yeah, I thank you all so very much for the likes, the comments, the shares, following, all that. I appreciate it. I love you all so very much. And I thank you guys for it as well, because it takes a lot of a person to really sit and listen to a new person, or to even be consistent as well. So Vibing Out with Guests remains a space where real conversations create real impact. Every story shares inside this series has been rooted into honesty, healing, reflecting, and growth. So guest sessions and group guest sessions will resume in March towards the beginning of April. Reasons why is because spring break is coming, so I'll probably get back in the studio during spring break, and also in the beginning of beginning of March, because I will be sort of kind of preparing to be done with the children, so I have a little bit of time left to still whip up some guest appearances. So if you guys are interested, I'm letting you know now, they will be out towards mid-March or the beginning of September, around April. I don't know where September came from. April, so we can prepare for Vibing Out with Guests, because some people, I won't say a lot, some people have been tagging me in posts, DM me and stuff like, can I get an interview? Like, what's going on and stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start it back up, but give me a second, y'all. Like, give me some time, because it's still a little bit hard to y'all, for me, like, as you're in a grieving process, things of that nature, to be around people instead of the people that you live with and your family, things like that. It's so hard, y'all, because it's like, now for me, when I listen to people and their stories, even the children, it hurts even more to the core because of what I got going on. But I'm not trying to make it about me. I'm always the type of person that been like, when I hear your stories and stuff, I get like emotional. But with my children and my internship and stuff, I had to learn, you can't get attached to stuff like that, because it will have you as emotional wreck, and that will show like I don't need to be a social worker. But in certain situations, it would hurt me, because I'm like, dang, you shouldn't be going through the things of nature. But we're human; things are going to happen like that. So yeah, y'all, Vibing Out with Guests will reopen soon. So when they reopen, I will put it on here, the newsletter, the Instagram pages. It will be stated in the podcast. So yes, y'all. So y'all will know. Because sometimes becoming requires a rest behind the scenes, and I do need some rest as I prepare a little bit. Sometimes growth requires redefining the vision before expanding it. So I am ready to do it, but I want to define some certain things and how it's going to take place, and etc. etc. So the quote of the day slash the week is: you don't reach your next level by accident, you reach it by alignment. You don't reach your next level by accident, you reach it by alignment. And as we touch base on today's vibing with E episode, you guys will understand more about what does the meaning of the quote of the day means, with it being said, you don't reach your next level by accident, you reach it by alignment. Okay? And y'all, please stay connected with me on Instagram. Hold on, guys. Something just happened. So please stay connected with me on Instagram. Follow the podcast page at vibing.with.e and use the hashtag for this week to share how you're building your next level this week for yourself. Okay? So yeah, now let's get into today's vibe of the day. So vibing with E, where meaningful conversations meet real life conversations. Conversations meets real life conversations. So today's drop is Wednesday, March 4th, 2025. And a new episode today, we're on episode 145 because 133, 134, we skipped over due to February because we want to keep the train going. I know it's going to be a little bit confusing for you guys, but I promise you it's not you, it's me. I should have put that shirt on. It's not you, it's me. So, yeah, it's not you, it's me. So don't be confused. Like, where's 143? Where's 144? I know, y'all. I'm sorry. I took a break during that time. So I was like, I'm just leave that to rest, as well as the Wellness 101 list. I think that was like 20 something. So yeah, those 3 episodes, them numbers are missing. I'm sorry. But it's okay, those 2 episodes are missing. But it's okay, it's alright, because we're gonna keep on rolling. So today's new episode for this lovely Wednesday, we have made it to 145 episodes, and today's vibe of the day is: who are you becoming? As we are touching base on the theme of this month, becoming you, the next level, the next level you. Okay, so this week's episode sets the foundation for the entire month. We're talking about identifying shifts that's uncomfortable spaces between who you were and who you are becoming. Growth can feel lonely, elevation can feel unfamiliar, but elevating requires intentions. So in this episode, we'll cover the difference between who you are and who you are elevating into. Elevating, evolving, whatever you want to call it, into why growth can feel isolating, letting go of habits that don't align with your future, choosing alignment over approval, and releasing outdated versions of yourself. Okay, so for this episode, this is your reminder that identity drives behavior and behavior builds your next level. Okay, so in this episode, I thank you guys again for tuning into this powerful episode and the reflection conversation designed to help you move intentionally into your next chapter. Okay, so without further ado, if you're new here, welcome again, because I want you guys to sit back, relax, and enjoy hearing my voice, because as always, every vibe of the day, every wellness lesson of the day, and every vibe I would guest appearance is something special. Okay, guys, so I want you guys to sit back, relax, enjoy hearing my voice, whether you're on the go, moving around, whatever the case may be. I want you to get comfortable. Turn me up on your radios, your speakers, your AirPods, Alexas, Google Jazz, core systems, whatever the case may be, because as always, every vibe of the day is something special. Okay? And we are in a new month. We got a new vibe going on this month, and all the theme vibe, whatever y'all want to call it. So we are feeling good. I hope y'all feeling good. I hope y'all feeling great, because you deserve it. Don't let nothing or no one stop you. Things are going to happen, but don't let them, don't let them rain on your parade. Don't let it rain on your parade. Don't let nobody rain on your parade. Okay? Okay. So I had to turn some of the lights down because I have a massive headache, I think. And that's why I'm wearing my glasses. Also, to help me from preventing from getting a migraine. But things happen in this nature, but we're going to keep on rolling because the train going to keep on rolling. Okay, so if you're new here again, guys, I break down every vibe of the day with the definition of 5 W's. The quote of the day again, because y'all can understand why I chose that quote and why does it make sense. And as well as a new thing I like to call thank you for vibing in. Instead of saying thank you for tapping in, thank you for vibing in, because vibing with E and y'all vibing out with me. So, thank you for vibing out, vibing in, vibing out, whatever you want to do. Okay. Okay, so let's get started. We have 145 episodes, and today's vibe of the day is who you are becoming. Who are you becoming, my friend? Are you willing to become that better woman? Are you willing to become that better man? Are you willing to be someone that is really into their feelings? Are you willing to be someone that is willing to shift gears? Are you willing to be someone that's tired of being stagnant? Or are you willing to be someone that you can love on and appreciate due to people who haven't been doing it to you on a relationship level of intimacy or relationship level within family and friends, as well as nothing but last but not least, yourself? And they're probably like, ooh, myself, like, what's that supposed to mean? Oh, we about to get into it now so you can understand what I'm talking about. So let's get into it. So the definition, we're going to start off. What does who are you becoming really mean? It's like this, y'all. When y'all were little in elementary school, probably middle school, y'all ever had projects you had to do about yourself? Even when you in high school and college and whatever field and stuff you work in, you always have to introduce yourself. You always got to give the crowd or the people and all those things a little bit of knowledge of who are you. Like, ASAP, he was like, he'd be at that pretty mother, like, who are you? Like, who are you really? But in this case, who are you becoming? Who do you want to become? That's the whole thing. Like, what are we becoming as we are willing to be someone that we've been dreaming of? What does it really mean, though? Like, what does it really mean for me, you, whomever, to really talk about who are we becoming? Like, what is it? What does it really mean? Like, what is the real ordeal? What is the real competitive reason? Things of that nature. Who are you becoming is an ideal question. Not a manifestation one, but it's an ideal one. It's about recognizing that every habit, boundary, conversation, and decision is shaping your future self. Becoming is the process of evolving intentionally instead of accidentally. It means understanding that growth is not about changing who you are at your core, but aligning your behavior with the life you say you want. Becoming axis. Are your daily actions matching your future visions? Becoming axing. Are your daily actions matching your future vision? Because who are you becoming is built through consistency, not wishes. And I talk about that part. When you say, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, I wish. It's like that R. Kelly song, I guess, when you say, I wish. And then like Ray J, had one wish, and all these songs, when people talk about wishes, we never really think about consistency, us building the consistency, and not for us to wish, because within who are we becoming, yes, we wish for these beautiful things and these amazing things, but are we consistent? Are we putting the metal to the pedal? Are we putting that pin on that pad? Or we having that foot on that gas and we taking off? Like, what are we really doing? Like, we can have these wishes, I wish for this, I wish for that, but am I being consistent with the things I want? Because most of the time, what you can wish for, it happens, but the way for you to do it is to be consistent. And that impacts with who are you becoming within this new season of your life. In order for you to be the person that you want to be, it's not like you're changing yourself a whole 360. It's just certain character traits are changing about you, like especially consistency. Sometimes you probably wasn't a consistent person, but now you're consistent as much as you can be because this is what you wanted yourself to be. As well as when it comes to, who are you becoming, it's an ideal question. It's not a motivational one. Like, it may be motivational to some people, but that's the ideal thing. Like, what are we trying to do here? What are you really trying to do here? Like, what is the main thing you want to do? As you're becoming, this process of evolving into the nice and lovely, beautiful man or woman, whatever you want to be, is like, what does it really mean though? Who am I becoming? What does it really mean? Like, am I really understanding my growth and how much it has changed me in the better? Or did it change me for worse? All those things come up, y'all. Like, all those questions be like, okay, am I really doing what's necessary for me? Am I really putting the pedal to the metal? Am I really being consistent so I can see the results? And that's another thing too, that yes, we manifest and pray for these things, but it also, in all nationality, for us, if we don't put all these things in motion, they won't come true. They can't just fall out of our lap. Sometimes I'll be wishing money can fall out of my lap, just fall on my lap, because I just want to see, I just want to trust in my luck. But what is the motivation I'm getting out of that? What am I going to do with that money? Like, what's the motivation I'm going to do? Because one thing about me, if I get something, I'm going to let it sit right there. I'm going to let it sit. It's going to take me a couple days to spend it. Spend a check, get it right back. Sometimes it's going to take you a minute to get it down, this economy. But you really got to think, like, what is the whole ordeal? Like, what is the real dealio of who are you becoming? What do you want to see better for yourself? What character traits and things you want to take out of yourself? What do you want to change? It could be even physical. Now, physical things I'm really scared about because I only think about physical appearance thing clothes wise for myself and maybe my hair, as you guys can see if you're watching on the YouTube. And you can see I'm wearing my daggone glasses because my daggone eyes hurt and I had to turn down the lighting because it's hurting my eyeballs. And I'm so glad I got these Blu-ray glasses till my actual prescription ones come in, y'all. Because I found out I'm nearsighted. So, we gotta do what we gotta do. So this is impacted with who I'm becoming because, I think I can see everything. But sometimes I really can't see real good. Especially if lights are beaming on me and I have a real bad headache. I gotta do what I gotta do. I gotta suck it out. But it's like to a point where like, how long can I do that? But yes, y'all, what does who you are becoming really means to you? What do you want to do for yourself? You could add your physical appearance, your mental, all those things if you want to. But it's really focused on mentally. I'm becoming this person, like it's building me through having the consistency of whatever. It wasn't a wish that did this. Because, like if you ever watch 16 Wishes and watch those Genie Bottle movies, those wishes only last a day. But consistency lasts forever. Where you keep putting the pedal to the metal and doing things that's necessary for you. Wishes, they come and go sometimes. It's like a birthday candle. Sometimes we blow out, make a wish. And sometimes we be like, my wish didn't come true. But it takes time. And it also, too, when we do these things like manifestations and New Year's resolution, things like that, we have to be really realistic and mindful of ourselves and know ourselves. Because this is where it comes into play, like with accountability and consistency. But not only just that, but being empathetic and compassion for ourselves. If we don't have that, we're screwed. You're screwed. I'm screwed. If you don't have it for the next person, we're screwed. You're screwed. I'm screwed. We all screwed. And we don't want that to happen because we're in this time zone now where we want to be a better us, and we are in a who are you becoming era. We're in this era where we want to do what's necessary. We want to do what's best for us. We don't want to look backwards. Sometimes we might have to look backwards to be like, dang, around this time I was this way. Now this time I'm a whole different person. It's all about what you want to do with the consistency as well as the elevation and things like that you have for yourself. It's not really much wishing and motivation. It's not like that question is not like $1 million motivational one because someone can say like, who I'm becoming is this, but they're doing the total opposite. So yeah, y'all, that gave you something to think about a little bit too. But I want you to ask yourself while I'm doing this episode, who are you becoming? Like, who are you really becoming? What man you want to become? What woman you want to become? Who do you, or whatever, how the case may be, y'all want to do for yourself. Okay? So who is impacted? Who needs this message the most? This message is for anyone who feels stuck between who they used to be and who they are becoming. It speaks to people outgrowing old environments, old habits, old mindsets, and even old versions of themselves. This especially impacts for individuals who are healing, leveling up, shifting careers, setting next and new standards, who or breaking generational patterns. If you have been feeling uncomfortable in spaces that you once felt normal, that's growth. This episode is for anyone ready to evolve on purpose instead of staying where it's familiar, such as staying stagnant. Okay? So this is for everyone, regardless of what type of titles and names you hold. I don't care if you're a student, a parent, a president, a CEO, or whatever. This impacts with you because sometimes things get old and it's like we fall out of love with it. For example, going outside, y'all, I'm falling out of love with it. If I'm not going out to eat and things of that nature, I don't want to go outside. I don't like loud noises sometimes. It's just like it don't give it to me no more. My ears, in the words of my Uncle Harry, my ear, because sometimes it's just like, but not even too about my ear. Sometimes your body is going, like I said back in previous episodes, your body is going to tell you before sometimes your mind even tell you. Your body parts may tell you before your mind does, which is kind of crazy because it's like your leg can tell you like, ooh, and then your mind be like, oh, it's hurting, you know? So for me, like, I'm changing. Who am I becoming is someone that wants to do more, that wants to be involved more, but also too, I'm seeing myself being more passive. I'm gonna say compassive, y'all, because I can be aggressive at times, and it gets me to a point where something or someone can really take me there, and then it's like, oh my gosh, I'm about to become a social worker. Why am I fussing this man out? Why am I fussing this man that's related to me out? Why am I doing that? Because I'm frustrated, and that's making me display feelings of someone displaying something that I'm not. And y'all, when I just started that, it's like, oh my god, that's a perfect example. People probably like, you arguing with a family member that's the opposite sex? Sure did, because it gets to a point with certain stuff and with certain things you care for and fight for and stuff. It gets to a point, but it's the way you have to deal with it as well as respecting your elders. So yes, y'all, I had a few run-ins with some things that had me like, okay, I'm being real aggressive and compassionate about these things, passive aggressive, excuse me, they're gonna word, y'all, passive aggressive things of that nature, when I just need to sit back, because sometimes certain things can trigger me, certain words and the way people tone stuff, it triggers me. But I'm elevating now to understand more and more every day. If it has nothing to do with me, let it fly. If you don't have nothing to say, nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Things of that nature. Like, I promise you, my guys, like, I really just be like, now I'm like, okay, I'm holding my head down, my glasses maybe pushed back, my nose, something. I'm touching something and just be like, looking at it, I'm like, okay, time to have mirror conversation, talk to somebody, your therapist, somebody, but you need to calm down and get together. And if we go about our day, that's me elevating, because last E would have been like, oh, we're going toe to toe and I'm not going to stop until I get what I got to say. New E sort of kind of still going toe to toe people, but then understanding, it's wrong, apologize, why I'm doing that. And I got to be a role model for the kids out there. So, like, why must I do that? But yes, y'all, this message is impacted for everyone. Everybody is in this stage where we are trying to identify who are we becoming. We're all in this ideal space of who are we becoming, and while we are becoming, what is evolving, what is growing, what is making sense, but also what is really happening to us in a good way within the characteristics. And I know a lot of y'all out there are probably thinking while you're listening to, like, these characteristics and things like that. And I want you to understand, like, those things are helping you. Then things are helping you to soar, to elevate, to grow, and to beautiful plants, butterflies, whatever you want to be called, identified within the scenario, to be the best person that you can be. And it's going back to like elementary and middle school. We had to do them who are you presentation stuff, y'all. I tell you now, my mother had to do one only first help me, and that was only one. So my brother and sister came into school and stuff. My sister, she would try to do it by herself, but she's only in pre-K. I don't know how independent she was, but it was for me and my sister too. My brother, he was like, I don't you gonna help me or not? It was one of those things. But it's like going back to that versus who you were then versus who you are now. It's like looking in the mirror, reflecting on yourself. Like, you look at yourself how you look actually now, but sometimes I always want, like, how on uh what is the show on Think of My Song? Insecure. I don't know why She Gotta Have was on my mind. I don't know. But it's like on Insecure, probably because her and the main character, both of the main characters, sort of kind of look alike, not because of their beautiful skin, but their features sort of kind of similar. Like Issa Rae, and I forgot who played it. She Gotta Have It, but they both somehow got the same face structure and everything to me. Like, I don't know, but it's like you in this process where you want better for yourself. So how I'm gonna do this? I need to elevate in ways that people. Why don't you say people? Because people are going to doubt you to the day that you die, and it's so bad. People are going to doubt you. Long as you don't doubt yourself, that's all that matters. And I have learned that too. Like, as I'm in the process of evolving, as well as teaching my students how to evolve, as they're in this process of evolving, getting things out the way, you want to turn around and look back at yourself 5-10 years and be like, dang, I remember I used to around whatever the heck you used to do, what they used to do, and look back and be like, dang, I'm so glad I'm not in this no more, because this ish, messed me up. It had me doing whatever, the case may be. So regardless of what titles you hold, caregivers, vice presidents, social workers, CEO, students, mother, father, sister, brother, auntie, uncle, all that, I guarantee you, my friend, we all been through it. Like, we all been through it. This is for y'all. This is like we all have felt stuck between who they used to be and who they becoming. Like, we stuck between those things. Like, we torn in between the two because we really want to be with them. But it's like, what is needed for us? It's like in a relationship. If no one is going to be able to value you within your friendship, your family, and your romantic life, impacting them three or each of them one at a time, whatever, then it's time for you to chuck the deuces up and do what's best for you. And don't expect them to change, because they're not going to change for you. They're going to change for themselves when they want to. But if you need to get something together right now for yourself so you could be the best person that you could be, I guarantee you do it now. Take your time and do it now. Don't let no one sweat you. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise, because you are in this process where this is impacting you. You need to hear this. You need to understand who are you becoming is a big thing. This theme for this month, we're leveling up, we're stepping up into becoming a better us. And with that being said, we have to let go of people that's not worth it, let go of stagnant things, let go of us stop self-doubting ourselves, all those things like that. All those negative tunes, tune them out today, because you're on a path where you are becoming someone broader and bigger and extraordinary than that. And you could do it one day and one step at a time. Just have the faith. And I get it, y'all. Throughout this journey of your life, you will be unmotivated, but at least try each day and take every little step that you can, so you can be mindful and stick to the plan of what's going on and how you want things to go for you. Okay? So I want you to understand that, this episode is for anyone who's ready to evolve on purpose instead of staying familiar where they were. And with that being said, y'all, we're in this process of we're doing things that is necessary for us. We're popping out when it's necessary. We're taking control when necessary. And most importantly, we're being selfish, because we're in this era of we are ready to evolve on purpose. We're not doing it just because. No, we're doing it for a purpose. I'm doing this on purpose. You're doing this on purpose. We are in our new stage, this new vibe, whatever the case maybe you want to call it, of we are becoming the next version of ourselves, little by little, within any area of our life that we feel as though they need that push and need a new clean, need to be, sucked up, evolved, taken out, whatever. We're evolving because we're doing this on a purpose, and not just because we're tired of being stagnant. We're tired of living through the same thing and saying these same things, doing these same things, and nothing's changing. Okay, so when we really tap into this, think about, who are you becoming? What do you want to change? What do you want to change for you? Everything is the ball's in your court. You're in control. You can't let nothing or no one tell you different. Because I don't know what you're thinking, and you don't know what I'm thinking. But I know I'm going to give you some tools to help you along this way, my friend. Okay, so now we cooking now. We is cooking. And we whipping it up, because this is important. I want you to understand, like, you're important. You was kind, you was smart, you was important, you was intelligent. Everything that they said on help. Okay, it's crazy because sometimes people make fun of those. Sometimes, you will make fun of them, like, dang, that's funny because of TikTok and stuff. But in all nationality, those lines from the movies and stuff, those lines were meant, it might be meant to laugh, but it also help you to read between the lines of understanding what was the purpose of them saying it, for them to imitate the things of that nature. So next, y'all, what is the benefit? Like, what happens when you become intentional? Like, what does it mean when you become intentional, when you're stepping into this new era of your life where you're becoming a better you? Like, what's the purpose of this and why it's important? Like, what's the benefit I'm getting out of uh who am I becoming? Like, what is the benefit? What's the intentions of this? Well, let me tell you, my friend. When you become intentional, you stop living on autopilot. You stop living on this slow, like, autopilot. You cruising. You stop that cruising life. Like, I'm just, nothing, just hanging around, just counting down the days, getting the days by, just letting it happen, not really enjoying, letting my feelings absorb, I'm just letting it happen, just getting through the days, getting things together. No, my friend, you need to get off autopilot and understand, let it soak in like seasoning. What's the purpose and why does it happen? When you start making decisions based on alignment instead of emotions, sometimes we do things based on our emotions. We really don't dig deep into it. And one thing I'll say for my generation, including myself, we do things such as dating with the emotions not in alignment. Yeah, like the emotions be like, oh my gosh, I want to date. I want, like, my feelings hurt. Like, my emotions like, dang, I'm tired of this. But the alignment is like, okay, yeah, I'm emotionally effed up, but is this person really ready for my lifestyle? And they're going to understand it, and vice versa. Am I ready for their lifestyle? And they're going to understand it. Does these align together? Will it make sense? Even if it's not in dating, career, schools, all those things, you got to really see what's the intentions and the benefit of this between the two, because you don't want to be torn in between two. And it's going to happen eventually, but you don't want to be torn too long. Like Latoya told you, she was torn between the two. But she made up her mind after a few times. It takes a minute, and she had to do what was done for her. Okay. I love comparing the songs and the artists, because sometimes people understand more with music, movies, anything media wise, help them understand. And if you don't get it, you'll get it, and if you don't, then you don't. Or the burnt bias. But you start making decisions based on alignment instead of emotions. You gain clarity about what fits your future and what doesn't. And I think right now, when we're stepping into who are we becoming, you really take a step back and think, okay, who am I becoming? What needs to be in my life? What doesn't need in my life? Especially who needs to be in my life, because it's impacting me as a person. You are a flower. You're growing every day. You're being watered. You're getting filled with water from so many people that they're pouring in good energy. If they're pouring out in negative energy to you, you're drowning. Like, that flower is really turning upside down. It's not going nowhere. And we need to stay up on a high horse. We need this flower to keep growing, keep growing, keep preventing a lot of, like, prevent the negativity and all those things in the nature. Put a fence around that flower. We need to protect ourselves at all costs. Put in a pot, whatever you want to do. So when it comes to, when we gain the clarity about what fits our future and what doesn't. A lot of things I have a lot of things that don't. And sometimes it happens, like, you have a lot of do's and don'ts, or you have a lot of don'ts and do's. And in this case, I think I got both. What do fit me, because I know what fits me right off the blue. What don't fit me, that also most of the time impacts with people, but I really need to affect it with myself. I can't stay in the bed all day long. It's not going to happen. Like, I be trying to, but like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Get your ass up, because you got things to do. So, you got to think about it. I'm becoming this person I've been always dreaming of. And as I get older, it's like, oh my God, this is really happening. So you got to really think, like, okay, I need to level up. I don't want to stay stagnant, because once you stay stagnant, the only place you want to do is level up. Because you can't get comfortable so long. Certain things or certain people you will not be comfortable with so long, and vice versa. They will not be comfortable or not for you anymore. Not qualified. It's not confidential. It's bull. So we're in this era where we're becoming us. Like, what is the intentions when we do this? Okay. So intention becoming builds confidence. Disclaimers, and self-trust. You feel less reactive and more grounded. Instead of waiting for change, you create it. You begin to explore, progress that feels stable, substantial, and rooted in who you are evolving into truly. Now, within this portion, when I mentioned hold on, y'all, because I got it right here, but I'm trying to make sure I can see so I can highlight it. When you feel less reactive and more grounded, going back to you start making decisions based on alignment instead of emotions. With that, you're gaining clarity about what fits you and what does fit your future, okay? We already mapped out, okay, who I want in my future, who I don't want in my future. But most importantly, what do I don't want for me as I'm becoming this new person in my life or stepping into this new horizon? What do I want, what I don't want? This is these things that tap into we have embracing and clockwise our mind. So when it happens or we see these red flags that don't fly with us, we point out them red flags the most respectful ways. I know it gets disrespectful. Trust me, I've been there, done that. Because we don't want to replace these red flags and put green flags on it. We've been there, done that. We're tired of that. We need to point these red flags out. Not even with people, but with ourselves. Like y'all, for me. I'm sorry, y'all. For me, prime example, red flag. Slipping on not staying hydrated. That's a big problem. If I keep stacking on that, y'all, I'm gonna pass out. That's how I'm feeling sick, because I don't be hydrated. I don't eat in the morning sometimes. And if you a person that can eat sweets in the morning, bless your heart, because I had a crumpet this morning. I ate the whole thing. I was fine till I got in the car on my way to the school, got out with the fresh air, riding in the car, and my stomach just, like, nausea. Thank God for those pills that they have, them nausea and achy, all those. If y'all need those, it's on Amazon. Trust me, they're going to help you. But it ain't like, those little things sometimes that also impacts with us too, because, excuse me, I'm a big person that's really big on my health, as well as the ones around me. If I sense something of me that may be off, I know I'm going to catch it first before anybody else does sometimes. And sometimes it'd be the same way for your people you love. I'll be like, something looks different. Maybe something new. But I'm like, that ain't nothing new they did. Or something looks a little suspicious. So it needs to get taken care of. But all in all, y'all, we're making the I won't say allegations. The alignment of what suits us and what doesn't suit us. Based off of decision-making alignment, not our emotions. Because we do a lot of things out of emotion, and we regret it. And we dread it. We hate it. It's a whole bunch of words. And some things I regret. Some things I regretted. I would say regret it, because I don't regret nothing really now as much as I'm doing now. Years ago, old versus me, hell yeah, I regret it. Like, why did I set myself up for this? It's like, the movie, Why Did I Get Married? And I'm not even married. It's like, why did I do this? Why did I do that? Why did I talk to this person? Why did I do that? Why did I set my foot in there? Why I put my big mouth in it? It's a lot of things. I did it because we, what I'm saying? Because we did it out of emotions and not with alignment of thinking clearly, of understanding, like, okay, this is the pros and cons. But it is what it is. We live and we learn. Because that's why when we enter this new stage of our life of who are we becoming, we feel less reactive and more grounded. I'm more grounded as I understand what's going on and why it's going on around me. And I hope you do too. Instead of me having to feel reactivated to do this again, to do these activities that messed up what I was doing again. Are you nuts? Come on, I'm not doing that. And you not either. Because I'm not going to wait for the change. I'm creating the change. Because you know why? This is for me. I'm not going to have nobody be my puppet master and tell me when I need to change. I need to get on me as an adult. Even as our children, even with our children, we can't tell them they need change. We have to give them the solutions. Okay, this is how we can change these things. I'm going to give you some tools to help you change and navigate within your world. I'm not forcing you to change, but eventually I want you to change to be the better version of yourself. Be the best you can be. Because I want to know, who are you? Who are you really are? I don't want to see these stagnant ability and all these things of you no more. I want to see something that's out there, like out there in the field, and you understand this is you grounded and you love who you are. With Impacted too, instead of waiting for the change, again, you creating it. You're taking control of your life. You're painting the narrative that you want, regardless of outside is going to say it's positive or not. You're the one in charge. And sometimes they're going to happen because words can hurt. They can hurt. I swear they can hurt. I've been there, done that. And I've been the victim and I've been the perpetrator. It all happens. But in reality, we need to understand, we can't go off that no more. We can't wait for these chances. We have to go out there and do it and put our foot on their necks and do it right now. Not for real, but literally putting our foot on the pedal of what's going on and how are we going to navigate this, because this is our life and this is what we want for ourselves. We can't let nobody create our story for us. Is that what they call biographies? No, we're not doing that. No, we're not doing those. We're not letting people do ours. Or not. No, you do autobiography. That's what they for. Bio is me. I'm creating a story and you just listen to it. Okay? Because going back to when you begin to experience process that feels stable, sustainable, and rooted in who you are, trust me, my friend, you are truly elevating to the person that you have been manifesting and praying for. You are elevating into someone that is amazing, extraordinary, creative, brilliant, outspoken, devotional, empathetic, has compassion. All those things, he or she had those things. And we need it because some people don't have these things. And it's sad, but be the change for yourself. Be the voice for yourself. Like Lil Durk, he's the voice of his city or whatever. Be the voice for you so he can help others in the long run because they need it too. And sometimes if you have to go out there and advocate on certain things, be the voice for everyone. Then going back to what Durk said, he the voice of the city, gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, y'all, so you're almost there. When should you ask yourself, who are you becoming? I feel like you should ask yourself who you're becoming when things in your life does not go as planned, or you're slowly but surely having these thoughts of where you're unmotivated, you don't know what to do, and you just feel like you're stagnant. I really want you to think like when you're not, let's backtrack. When we're not in those happy camper moments and the cookie cutter bull crap comes in and stuff, and it's still like it's not flying, and it has you wondering like, okay, when do I ask myself when should I know who I'm becoming, or when are you become, like all those things, like when am I supposed to do this, like when am I supposed to jump in the water when things are not going right for myself? I need to reflect on when should I ask myself, who are you, like who am I becoming and what I really am, based on age or not. Sometimes I do mine's not based on age because sometimes even little kids get beat me to the punchline, whatever, depending on what it is. But yeah, you should ask yourself this question anytime you feel disconnected from your goals. Whenever you feel disconnected, I want you to ask you, who are you? Like the stepfather, he's like, who am I here? Who are you here in this situation? Like, who am I becoming? What's the purpose and why is it so important to me? Do I go back to that why? You've noticed repeated patterns that no longer serve you. When you see things that have been drowning, I'm drowning. When you see things that have been so drowning, emotional, and just like fed up to you, and it's so like out of the blue, and it's so exhausting, this is where you need to ask yourself, who are you becoming? As well as when you're craving growth, but you're avoiding the change. My friend, if you are craving, you are manifesting for this, you have the blueprint for this change, I need you to get up off your tail and do it. Stop avoiding that change because, my friend, you never know how much you need it. Don't let that stuff just sit there and let it, pile up and get dusty. No. This is why you need to do it. When you feel like you're unsure, when you're out of it, you don't know what you're doing, losing disconnection stuff, think about that why. Go back to why you put your foot in this, why you put your money in this, why you took your time on this, why you did this research. Do that. That's why I think when I get these degrees and what I'm doing now for the podcast, what's the why? I understand we all get disconnected. Trust me, I ain't gonna lie. Right now, what I'm going through with my grieving process, school and stuff has been like, I don't know, but I just shape it up. Like I'm almost at the end. I have to go back to why I'm here. Why am I doing this? Because I want to be a certified social worker. Why am I being the podcaster? Because I love it and I like talking to people and people like hearing my voice. And I like giving people some jewels that they may need and use in the future. You gotta go back to those whys. When we are feeling like, when you should ask yourself, who are you becoming? Those times like you may feel low, you may feel down, and all these things. These are the times we need to step back and focus on the why. All the rest of the points I'm gonna talk to you about is a package with why. Go back to why you started this. Why is this the thing? Then identify what's the problem and the issue, so you come up with a solution. So you go back to why is this important for you, and don't let this problem or issue affect you again. So, also, when you feel uncomfortable in spaces you once fit in, why were you in this space in the first place? Why are you here? Why was this even important to you? Sometimes, y'all, we do outgrow things too. I want you to say this too. Within the why, within this one, it's kind of a little tricky, because what we are becoming, when we are going back to, we're getting it, leveling up for ourselves and stepping back from certain taking out things and stepping back, or whatever you want to think, whatever you want to call it. When you feel uncomfortable in spaces you once felt comfortable in, sometimes it's like, we outgrow things. We're human. We outgrow people and things. Sometimes it's not our time to be with them. It's not our time to be with them anymore. I've seen this firsthand personally with sometimes friend groups. When I was in middle school, let's say high school, mainly high school, because elementary is different. You're a kid, you don't really know no better. Middle school, you're just learning and adapting to junior high, and then some things who for you, who's not. High school really helped me understand, as well as college, even though I don't have a lot of friends that are in my universities and college, but outside, like, because they've been there when I was doing the process of probably getting my first degree, second degree, and maybe on this third one. I outgrew certain people because I wouldn't say, no, it's not no love lost. It is sometimes certain things they do I can't do, or I don't feel comfortable with, and it's vice versa, and that's okay, because we outgrow things. When you get older, your taste change, your mood change, everything change, baby. Because sometimes, look, you probably was a little kid like me, I could tear peanut butter and jelly sandwich up in a heartbeat. Now that I'm getting older, I can't do that no more. My appetite has changed. I like it, but I don't love it. I can't eat it every other day like I used to when I was a kid, especially with friends. You could be with this person every day. We felt comfortable in this space together. But now it's like, it's not you. That's the thing too. It's not them. It's not you, it's me. It's not you, it's me, baby. It's me. Because it's not for me no more. And that's okay. It may not be for you right now within this chapter of your life you're processing for. And that's okay. You're in a space where you're elevating and navigating to something brand new, because you are becoming that beautiful flower that you have been manifesting and praying for. And that's fine. That's totally fine. As well as when it comes to, lastly, you making decisions based on fear instead of alignment. I need you to think of the why within that too real deeply when it comes to making decisions based on fear instead of your alignment. We've all had done this because people have said some things to us that had made us say yes out of fear and not telling the truth. And then sometimes it comes and bite us in the butt. And I can be transparent on this because I experienced that. You can't tell a person you like them. Go along with the dating process, and then it's like, whole time though you doing this out of fear, because you didn't really think back on the alignment of like, why the hell did I do this? Because fear. Don't let nobody see you sweat, and don't let anybody think they can put fear in your heart. Besides your parents. Maybe besides your parents. I don't know. Respectfully, coming up, you have to respect your elders, period. But don't ever think someone can get one up on you. I had to learn that too. Don't let nobody get one up on you. You're not going to get one up on me. I'm going to get one up on myself before I let you get the upper hand and get the one hand on me. Because who the hell do you think you are? No, we're not doing that. But most importantly, y'all, I want y'all to understand that when should you ask yourself who you're becoming with all these situations. Like, you should ask yourself these questions anytime when you feel disconnected, when you see these patterns repeating and it's no longer serving you. You're craving for growth, but you're avoiding it. You feel uncomfortable in space you used to be comfortable in. Making decisions based on fear instead of alignment. I want you to go back to really think to yourself, why am I doing this? But what's the real reason? Like, why I'm gonna come up either way? And I want you to think, is this gonna impact you or not? Is this gonna help you elevate you or not? Is this really gonna make a difference in your life or not? Because I tell you, I'm gonna point back again. I swear back around on you making decisions based on fear instead of alignment. I'm not saying yes, and my body language is saying hell no. And a person can't click through it, it's like they don't care. That's like saying no, but your body language is like the same thing. Like they're not into it. You gotta let these signs be known, especially when they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, and they are. But you need to know the real situation before all the cookie cutter incidents come into play. Especially when it comes to who are you becoming with the alignment and fear. I gotta think real hard on stuff now before I answer questions people have. Even my students have to think, like, let me process this. Hold up, I'm thinking. Like how they say, hold up, I'm thinking. No. But my body language say, yes. And the tone of my voice is like, yes, and it's pure, genuine, okay, that we here for. If not, then it's like, leave that person the hell alone. Okay? Because when it comes to when should you ask yourself who you becoming, you should ask yourself these questions anytime with impacting all the ones I said, because becoming is not once a year reflection, it's a lifestyle. Check in. The growth requires regular awareness. It's not like a 1 year thing. No, sometimes we gotta start over every 5 months, every 5 weeks, every 5 days, every 5 hours, every 5 seconds. You gotta do what's necessary for you, my friend, and I get it. Because this is you. Like that Eddie Murphy meme that's going around, people say my New Year's resolution, like I don't want to start over. And he was like, shoot, I started over 4 times already. It's my 4th time, whatever the case may be. It's okay because this is impacting who you're becoming, not me. This is for who you are becoming. This is all about you, my friends. It ain't about me. This is about you. I'm just here to cheer you on. And if you need my help, I'm here to be transparent with you. And don't sugarcoat it because I don't like that. That's not raw and uncut. Raw and uncut, you got to give them the full course straight through, feedback. Don't sugarcoat it because you're going to mess up the people vibe. We don't want that. Okay? We almost there, y'all. Where does this show up the most? Like, who are you becoming? Where does it show up the most? I feel like it shows up in many areas in our life that sometimes we don't really think about. And let me tell you why. Our daily habits, consistency over how I want to say this, y'all. Our daily habits is one thing. Consistency over being, how I want to say it, conviction. I don't know how I want to put it, but our daily habits is one. Who are we becoming? Our daily habits show up the most because consistency is in it. We gotta do consistency over contemplating. That's the word. Contemplating, I'm thinking about contemplating and all those things. Our daily habits have to be consistent. Sometimes we got to start over, have plan A, plan B, plan C. We got to be consistent in these things that we're doing for ourselves because we know what's for us and we know what's not what's for us. But also we have to hold ourselves accountable while we're going through these things. And if we don't, we're screwed. It's in our daily habits. Now, this is the one I really was like, when I was writing these down, I was like, relationships, choosing alignment over attachments. Who are we becoming? Y'all, I'm going to tell you this. When I was in high school, when you were young, you're choosing your partner over looks and not really what they bring to the table. That saying, looks can be deceiving, was the best thing they ever created because they surely wasn't lying because looks can be deceiving. Him or she, her, they, them, whatever, can look like $1,000,000 in your eyeballs because we got different tastes. My taste may not be for you. My cup of tea may not be for you, but it might, whatever. We all got different tastes. And attachment is a big thing. I would say I was attached to people that did not fit with what my alignment was, what I'm bringing out. And this still to this day as an adult, pushing, in the mid-20s. Even with, not even just romantic, intimate relationships, however y'all want to put it, within the boyfriend girlfriend situation, but even in family members or friends, I could be attached to the things that you have, but what do we align in? That has like, And that's sometimes going back to we outgrow space that we was uncomfortable with, because as we get older, certain things, certain people does it don't align with us no more. I still got love for you, baby, but we don't align. We don't click with each other no more. It's not you, it's me, because it's like, dang, I used to love this, but sometimes some things come to an end. Some things are not going to last forever, like us hanging outside. Like as you get older, when you get older, from being a kid to an adult, you're not outside every day after school, after work no more. No, you're changed. Your body changed. The rhythm of everything has changed. Your attachment to certain things has changed too, or your tastes and all those things, as well as your career, and purpose. You're elevating beyond your comfort zone. For example, if you are a man or a woman, them, they, all those pronouns or whatever else they are, I don't care if you have an associate's, bachelor's, master's, doctorate, PhD. If you have been saying over and over and over, I'm done with this job, I want you to get your butt up right now, or tell your friend and tell a friend, get their butt up right now. Apply for a job that matches with the degree that they work so hard for, or get a better job within the career field that they're in. All money is not good money. I don't care how long you've been with that company. You want to keep going with these people till they burn you out? No, that's making you be evil. That's not helping you become the new person you have been dreaming about within this area of your life, within career. If you keep letting these people or these things get the best of you, baby, you're not going to evolve. You're going to be stagnant. So when it comes to that comfort zone, that's stagnant. I'm being comfortable within what my job is. Hell no. If my butt got a master's degree, I could be somebody's boss or director probably. I'm not trying to be no freaking coworker. Nope. You have to learn from some point, but you can't be on the bench all the time. You gotta get out in the field, babe. You gotta put your boots on and you gotta keep marching. You gotta be in the field, in the trenches with it. Because if you're not, you stand there so stagnant. It's like when it's time for you to really go out there and do it, it's gonna be like, what am I doing? So yeah, if you feel like, you want to elevate, you want to be beyond your measures, get out that comfort zone and leave that office or whatever that position is, because it's not helping you. It's not. Chuck them, do something, let it go. I promise you, baby. As well as impacting this biggest thing ever that impacts with everything in our life, our boundaries. Protect the future you're building. Because if you don't protect it, you're going to be screwed. Protect it at all costs, because you are your biggest fan. You are your best friend. Protect your life as a baby. Guard it, surround it, keep it, do all those things, because it's a big thing. Your emotional boundaries, your personal, your finance, spiritual, all those boundaries are important. Protect those babies as best. Protect those things. I don't like saying things, but protect those priorities as much as possible, because if not, you're screwed, and it's not going to be a good thing for you, babe. And I don't want you to fall in the deep end. I want you to be over the hill. What's like the movie Over the Hill? Yeah, I want you to be over that and done with these things and people that don't serve you any purpose. And most importantly, self-talk. I want you to speak positivity in the world. Speak good things. Speak amazing things in the atmosphere. Stop speaking those things that don't impact with you. Speak to yourself like your next level would. Identity is revealed in rotation, becoming, showing up in the small things first. Try to do small things first. And when the big things come around, you're going to be like, did I do that? I know what I'm doing now. I'm comfortable. And this is you becoming who you are. Because you're letting it flow and taking it one day at a time and not rushing through the process and not letting nothing or no one stop you or dim your light, because you're in this era of who are you becoming? Who are you feeling like? Who you want to be like? You are in this next level of healing. We're popping out when we want to. We're taking control and being selfish of what matters the most to us. Okay? And lastly, Why is this important? Why is who are you becoming important? Why does intentional becoming change your life? Because you cannot build a new life with an out-of-date identity. It's like you can't build nothing with out-of-date materials or outdated instructions. You can't eat you can't expire things. You have to let it go. You can't build a new life with with things that have expiration dates on it. Can't do it. Can't do it. If your habits don't match your goals, your future stay delayed. We gotta shapen up. Intentional becomes shift when hold on, y'all. Intention, the becoming shifts you from reactive living to proactive alignment. It forces you to focus, to release versions of yourself that were built for survival and stepped into versions built for elevation. When you become consistent, you stop shrinking to stay comfortable and start expanding to match your potential. Growth is not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming more disciplined, more aligned, and more honest with yourself. Becoming changes everything because identity drives behavior, and behavior builds your reality. So, y'all, that was a mouthful, and that was straight to the point because it impacts a lot with you. With who you are becoming impacts a lot, especially when it comes to becoming change. Everything identify drives the behavior and builds your reality. You want to turn that dream into reality. That dream you're manifesting and praying for. Well, now, my friend, today's the day, and this month is the month where you're going to take off. You're going to take your foot off the gas and take off. Take your foot off the brake and put it on the gas and take off, or take your foot. Stop, tap it, and put it on there and take off as much as possible, like a rocket ship or whatever, and the G5 and all those things. Because we are in this space where we want to elevate. We want to be this extraordinary person we've always been thinking about. Okay? And that impacts with going back into the quote of the day. You don't reach your next level by chance. You reach it by choice. You don't reach your next level by chance. You reach it by choice. I think that's the wrong one, y'all. I think I added 2 on here. So let me go back and make sure that's not the wrong one. Because I really think that's the wrong one, y'all. But I don't think that's the wrong one. I think that's the right one. I don't know, y'all. Because I do sometimes have 2 on there just for the fun of it. But let's see if that's the right one. Because I think that's the wrong one. Oh, yeah, that is the wrong one, y'all. Excuse me. But it also impacts, too, with helping you understand it. So the quote of the day, you don't reach your next level by accident. You reach it by alignment. Because it also impacts with you don't reach your next level by chance. You reach it by choice. That was my version of understanding for me. But my version, y'all, of the you don't reach your next level by accident, you reach it by alignment, is you don't reach your next level by chance, you reach it by the choices that you make. And the choice I'm making is to navigate into a beautiful butterfly that I need to be. Because right now I'm a caterpillar, and now I want to flourish into this butterfly. Okay? So I thank you all so very much taking the time out of your busy day to hear from me. And if you're watching on YouTube, I'm sorry, y'all. My eyes have been killing me. So I know y'all probably seen the lights go down, me looking at the wall and stuff. Because certain things, the shadows and stuff is annoying. It's annoying. But we're getting somewhere. Because once I get my prescription glasses, we'll be just fine. So these headaches and all these will cut down. Hopefully. Just hopefully. Other than that, y'all, I thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to listen to me or watch me. For the ones that are new here, I thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to discover who I am. And for the OGs, I thank you always for being here, listening or watching me as well. And before we leave, I thank you guys for vibing in with me. And I want you guys to remember that remember that your future self is built in your present decisions. You're not stuck. You're elevating. You're not behind, you're becoming. Choose habits that honors where you're going. The next level, you is not waiting, they are requesting. Okay? I love you all so very much. I hope you guys enjoy this week, the rest of the week, and this weekend coming up. Please be safe out here. Love on yourself and also love others. Be kind. And most importantly, do what's necessary for you. Do it like it's your B-Day, because in this month, this theme is all about becoming you, the next level you. we're doing things that's necessary for us. You. This is about you, what you want new, what you want to prosper, and all those things of that nature. And I know you can do it. I have faith in you. Take it one day at a time, and you're going to get there. Okay? So without further ado, you guys will hear from me next Wednesday. And I cannot wait for you guys to tell me your feedback and all those things of that nature. Okay? Until next time, everybody, please be safe, enjoy yourself, and be careful. Until next time, bye.